Foyle River Gardens, the new jewel in the crown of tourism and community development for Derry, Londonderry, and the gateway to the Wild Atlantic Way and the Causeway Coast. The most historic place in Ireland, from pre-Christian gods and mysterious warlike tribes to the home of Christianity and the first city in Ulster. A city of many names, it was nicknamed the Maiden City after the walls remained intact during the historic siege of 1689, the consequence of which was the establishment of the Protestant monarchy in Britain. An important Irish port, Derry's first influence in America came after the penal laws of 1704 heralded an exodus of Presbyterian Scots-Irish out of Ulster. The lineage of 17 US presidents can be traced back to Ulster from this period. A mass exodus occurred during the Great Famine in Ireland of 1847, where Derry saw many of the 1 million Irish emigrants travel through its port to America to escape poverty and starvation. 44 million Americans now claim Irish roots. The partition of Ireland in 1921 severely impacted Derry, which now sat on the border between two countries. Its natural hinterland of Donegal cut off. Ironically, Derry experienced full employment during World War II, playing host to the North Atlantic Convoy Protection Fleet from USA, Canada, and the UK. The German North Atlantic U-boat fleet surrendered at Derry in 1945. With widespread discrimination against Catholics systemic in Northern Ireland, the civil rights movement sought peaceful change in society. The government response to this saw the introduction of the British Army in 1969 and heralded 30 years of the Troubles. John Hume, member of the European Parliament for Derry, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his considerable efforts in bringing the conflict to an end with the signing of the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. After the end of the Troubles, things began to look better for Derry. The iconic Peace Bridges opened in 2011, and 2 years later, Derry becomes the UK's first ever city of culture, and another name, legendary. However, the consequences of partition and the Troubles have been detrimental to the social, economic and health well-being of the city. Building upon our assets of history, culture, landscape and environment, we have challenged ourselves to develop the largest community-driven landscape regeneration project in Ireland, which will provide employment, training, education, play, leisure and empowerment to the local community, and, in the process, create a world-class tourism destination. Welcome to the Foyle River Gardens project. The Foyle River Gardens stretch 3 miles from the Foyle Bridge to the mouth of the River Foyle at Culmore. Located less than 10 minutes from the city centre, this unique and beautiful riverside landscape has remained concealed for centuries. Owned and operated by a charitable trust, Foyle River Gardens will become pleasure grounds for play, leisure and well-being in a stunning natural setting. Regenerated buildings, natural amphitheatres, restored walled gardens, linked by a unique landscape trail and access to the river, will provide a canvas for training, employment, business and education opportunities to enhance and regenerate the local community. Steeped in grandeur, both the natural and built environment offer the people of Derry a new and vibrant cultural and economic direction. Existing buildings will be revitalised, acting as a focus for events, exhibitions and intimate concerts. We will regenerate the historic buildings on site, including Boom Hall and the Georgian Stables block, bringing them back into commercial use as community enterprises, artisan workshops, event spaces, cafes and restaurants. Dating back to the 18th century, these historic buildings will have a new lease of life and create employment, training and education and research opportunities for the community. Derry, as well as being a walled city, is uniquely endowed with a series of walled gardens. We will create a walled garden trail, linking existing walled gardens within the city to 3 historic walled gardens within the landscape. Play is at the heart of our project, encompassing treetop walkways, natural slides, zip wires and water activities. Foyle River Gardens will offer the chance to play whatever the weather. The Canopy, the largest covered adventure playground in Ireland, is our signature project. It will become a world-class destination for local community and tourists alike. We recognise that if we are to meet our aims, we need to partner with the best in class. The Eden Project, creators of the most visited environmental attraction in Cornwall, will act as creative directors for the project, bringing their knowledge and experience in regeneration to the Foyle River Gardens. The Eden Trust created one of the UK's most successful regeneration projects out of a disused Cornish clay pit, in the process attracting 18 million visitors, creating 2,000 jobs and generating over £1.8 billion into the local economies. Eden has many international best-of-breed partners who have aligned themselves to the project. From the UK, Aardman Studios for digital landscape and character development, Grimshaw Architects for their iconic designs, Landlife Wildflowers to encourage community animation on site with Ireland's largest wildflower meadow, and La Machine from France, whose mechanical creations are renowned worldwide and who have designed a mythical showpiece machine for Derry based upon the legends of the river gods. We have also partnered with Queen's University Belfast to research in the archaeology of the site and to explore nutrition education among primary school children in the city. Naturally, we're working very closely with and indebted to Derry City and Strabane District Council, who are part owners of the site. Not developed in isolation, the project will complement the West Park Retirement Village on site and will extend the great work of the Our Future Foyle project, which seeks to address the negative connotations of the River Foyle from the city centre up to the River Foyle Gardens. The Foyle River Gardens will transform the landscape and the community of Derry and the northwest of Ireland. Its impact will be immense. We want you to be part of this unique project and help turn our ambition into reality. Derry has played an historic role in the development of the United States. We would love to see the United States play a new role in the revitalisation of Derry. For further information and to become a friend of the Foyle River Gardens, register your interest on www.foylerivergardens.com.